Ever since the Wright brothers took off on a wing and a prayer, the world of flying has changed forever. Airbus, a leading player in the commercial aircraft industry, has a dominant market share and has delivered 863 aircraft in the calendar year 2019. Despite being a European consortium, Airbus has a strong presence in India, mainly on the engineering and design segments, and parts of its aircraft being manufactured here, meshed in with the Make in India policy of the Government of India. Airbus estimates that the aviation sector will require 1,880 aircraft in the next 20 years, and it seeks to corner a big share of that pie. Welcome to Hybiz News. My name is Suresh Kochattil. I am privileged to have with me today Anand Stanley, the India head and South Asia head of Airbus, and he would like to answer a few questions you'd like to ask him, and specifically Anand, with regard to the Indian aircraft market as such. I know you spoke a lot about it yesterday. What do you have to say about the potential of the Indian aircraft market?
So thank you very much, Suresh, for having me on board. I'm very excited about the Indian market because if you look at the last 20 years, it's grown 14 times, which is a significant increase when you look at it domestically. And I believe over the next 20 years, it will be at least an 8x improvement in the market, which will translate to about 1880 aircraft to be added to the market. So it's very exciting times, but I won't expect less.
People have been talking about the virus, COVID-19 and all that, but I know aircraft deliveries are scheduled years from now. It doesn't happen tomorrow. So when you look at that kind of picture, do you think there will not be a flagging in demand of the aircraft, at least in the foreseeable future?
I think when we look historically at the past, the last 20 years, there have been multiple instances such as 9/11, SARS, the financial crisis, so on and so forth. And despite the short-term cyclicality, overall long-term demand has always been linear. And I think there will continue to be those kind of black swan events which will continue to happen. But I believe that the long-term demand will still be robust, and I have full faith in that.
My question would be to next about Hyderabad as a manufacturing market. I know there are a lot of US companies out here who makes part of it. They make the wings, they make the doors and all that for certain type of aircraft and helicopters. Does Airbus have any plans to do any kind of manufacturing product? I'm not talking the bigger picture, but the smaller ones manufacturing in Hyderabad.
So that's a great question. I think if you look at it, Hyderabad GDP is one of the highest in India and in the world. So it's a very exciting place to be. We've already done a partnership information IT center with Infosys. I think we are looking at more and more technology and design work because Airbus is an innovation and a technology company. And I think Hyderabad offers that potential. I hope that as our activities grow in defense, space, helicopters, we will be able to grow our footprint in the Telangana and the Hyderabad region.
India with its Udan scheme is looking at smaller airports where you need smaller aircrafts to land. Your competitors have some models there working in those sectors. Does Airbus have any kind of aircraft to operate in this smaller aircraft, smaller airfields where the takeoff length is pretty less?
I think when you look at the Udan, I would just like to show you, one of my favorite aircraft is the A220 itself, which we have right here. And this aircraft can do 100 to 150 passengers, and it can do routes such as Tirupati to Kurnool or Tirupati to Vizag, and then turn around and do Vizag to Hong Kong, or be able to do the long, thin routes, small airports, but also connectivity internationally with the Udan scheme. So it's a fantastic opportunity.
One personal question before I end this. A car salesman is supposed to be the toughest job. How tough is to sell the aircraft?
I think I wouldn't look at it as a sales job at all. It's a partnership with our customers, and I think we are dealing with a high technology product that is delivering innovation, technology, safety, and connecting people and families together. So for us, it's not a sales job. It really is a partnership job. We connect people, we connect lives. It's really making the future.
So in terms of 1 to 10, where does India stand in the aircraft market as such?
I would say it is number 3 in the world today, but in terms of growth, it's number 1.
Thank you very much, Anand. Thank you for speaking to us at Hybiz News.